Good morning. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox, and this is Sister Kate's shotgun. And I'm going to talk about this, but first, I reckon I'll tell you a story. I think part of this story is in my book, Survivalist Family, Prepared Americans for a Strong America, available in fine bookstores everywhere. But I did not always know a whole lot about firearms. And one time, when we were in college, I came back home. She accompanied me and linked up with an old buddy of mine. And I'm sure we were drinking beer and shooting shotguns. And I know we were shooting shotguns. I'm thinking we were probably drinking beer at the same time, which is not a good thing to do, but I'm telling you, this is it's the truth. He had a hand thrower, so you have these skeet, like little pigeons, clay pigeons, and you put in there and you throw it, and then we'd take turns shooting at them. And we both had 12 gauge shotguns, and we were shooting double-aught buck out of them because we were young and stupid. And my girlfriend, Kathy, is around, and I just asked her kind of as an aside, do you want to shoot? And she said sure, because she was game. And you know, I was such an idiot. I mean, looking back on this story is kind of painful. And so I give her my shotgun, and it was too big and too heavy for her. And you know, she was a little skinny thing at the time. And she tries, and you know, boom! And she dropped the shotgun, and you know, it was bad. Actually, she didn't drop the shotgun. She goes spinning around, and I grabbed the shotgun, and it hurt her shoulder, and she didn't like it. And I think we probably laughed at her like idiots. Then fast forward a couple years, I'm getting smarter. I have a different shotgun. We're getting married in like 2 days. We're at my mom's farm, and I'd been away in the Army doing Army training, and I hadn't been able to shoot my shotgun. And so I have a variety of targets out there in the field that I'm blowing up with my shotgun. And again, I'm shooting double-aught buck, because that's what a shotgun's for, right? And she comes out. Now we're getting married in 2 days. And she says, hey, can I shoot? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And so this time, instead of having her do the little dance where she spins around, I have her sit down and take up a sitting firing position. And I know a little bit more now, so I'm like, all right, make sure that it's tight in your shoulder. Put your cheek down on the gun. Look over the sights, and when you're ready, just press the trigger. And I'm looking at a milk jug downrange that she's going to shoot. She shoots, the milk jug explodes, she drops the gun to the ground, and is holding her nose like this and crying. And I'm like, let me see. And I pull open her hands, and she has a bloody nose. And all I can picture is I've broken her nose, she's broken her nose, and we're going to get married in 2 days, and she's going to have like 2 black eyes and tape on her nose or something. Turned out she was fine. So then fast forward a year, we're at our first duty station. We don't have children. We have joined the Combat Handgun Club that meets on Saturdays, and we shoot every week, and occasionally they would do a shotgun shoot. Where you'd clear bowling pins off a table. And of course, she's smarter now. She's not shooting my 12 gauge for that. And so we buy her a 20 gauge shotgun, a Winchester 20 gauge. And I've gotten even smarter. And so we're at the range to shoot her new shotgun, and I have 9 shot in it. That's what this one is, right? 9 shot. It's what you shoot skeet with. It doesn't kick hardly at all. And we have a silhouette target. It's a black FBI silhouette target set up about, I don't know, 10 yards in front of her. And she's afraid of shooting her shotgun. Yeah, because she was, you know, punished twice before. And so the night before, we went over how it all worked and everything. So we're at the range, and this instructor, our combat handgun instructor, was the range safety officer, and he's standing there. Let me scare these ducks away. Get Get. I don't care. Here, look, you want to see him? And he's a little bit hesitant about her shooting a shotgun, so he's standing pretty close to her, and that makes her nervous. And so here's this silhouette, and I said, sweetie, I promise you, it's not gonna kick, okay? It's 9-shot and this shotgun, it's not gonna kick, it's not gonna hurt, just shoot the target. And so what happened is, she shoots the target, boom! And it puts a hole, like, immediately right in the middle of the black cardboard, like that. And she gets this huge, and the rest of this happened so much quicker than it's going to take to tell it. She got this huge smile on her face because it didn't kick, and she was afraid it was going to, like, you know, kick her, and it made a huge hole in the target. So she gets this big smile, and I have earplugs in her. She has earplugs on and a headset, so she doesn't hear that well. And the instructor's standing behind her, and he said, "Wipe that smile off your face, Kate. Wipe that smile off your face, Kate." You know, he's just like teasing her. What she heard was, "Wipe that smile off his face, Kate," the target. And so she goes, boom, boom, boom. First shot, second shot, like, scalloped off the shoulder. Third shot hit it right here, and the head fell off the target. Boom, boom, boom. Then she only had 3 rounds in it. She's like, "I like it." And this guy, his name was Jack Sherland. He looks at me, and he cursed a little bit, and he said, "You better not come home late at night." And so then Mama liked a shotgun after that, and then we trained her appropriately with a shotgun. And now she can handle full-size loads and yada yada. And so that first shotgun, what we learned was, because I didn't know about youth model shotguns then, had a little bit too long of a length of pull. And the length of pull on a shotgun is if you put the shotgun in the crook of your arm, which mine is down here, and rest it there, your finger should be on the trigger. And so when she did that, when she rested it in the crook of her arm, it was like she couldn't reach the trigger. And so that shotgun doesn't fit you very good. That rifle doesn't fit you very good like that. And then I learned about youth models, and so we bought her this Mossberg 20 gauge youth model. And this is Mama's gun, and she likes it. And this is the one we keep handy on the farmstead because she can shoot it and I can shoot it. It's easy to shoot it's a lot easier to shoot a shotgun or a rifle with a short length of pull than it is with one that's too long. So this isn't a problem for me. And so we've made some modifications to it, which, you know, it doesn't look like your tactical high speed whatever, but it's got some things on it that are well thought out. So the first thing is a sling. Why? Because it's a farm gun, and so when we go up to check on the chickens, we're not walking around on a tactical patrol ready to go, right? And we just sling it over our shoulder and we go. This is a light right here. It's mounted for her, so because she shoots right-handed, so she can hold it like this and activate it with her thumb, right? When I do it, I just reach over the top like that and activate it. Why a light? Because most of the time when we have to deal with varmints out harassing our livestock, it's dark, and so we use this light. Now, I know I advertise really expensive flashlights, but for the longest time, the companies I dealt with didn't have weapons lights, and I kept telling them, you need to get a weapons light. So I bought this one from Cheaper Than Dirt. It came with the mounting bracket, and it's a Lux Pro. You know, I don't know, it costs like $30, and it works just fine. We have shot it a few times with the light on, and it didn't break, and it's all good. Now, I could have done a better job mounting it. The ring, I think, was made for a 12 gauge, and so it was too big. And so, you know, I could have put some buffers, spacers, or something in there. I just folded up duct tape, 100-mile-an-hour tape, on top of itself and wrapped it around there until it was big enough, took up the space enough to put that on. So the light is so we can see critters at night. For the longest time, this is coming off today. I left it on for the video. We had this elastic ammunition carrier butt cuff on here. The problem with these is when they get hot or just old, the elastic starts slipping and rounds start dropping out of it, no matter which way you put them. You know, you can put the rounds in this way, and I don't know if you can see how loose that is. And this is how loose that is, but you know, you can all the way through. And so you lose your rounds, and the elasticity started going, so we taped it on to hold it on with this tape, and it's shot. And I've done this several times with these. They just don't last. And so the latest addition, put this back, is the side saddle, Takstar side saddle. I put this on about 4 o'clock this morning. I got up early. We got it in the mail. It's real easy. You just undo one screw. It comes with directions on the inside. Replace it with their screw and a nut, and then you drift out a pin and replace it with this through here, and that's what holds this on. And this is hard plastic. I have a few of these on different shotguns now, and they're great. This isn't going to be a shotgun tactical class. But we keep this gun loaded down one, meaning there's enough room to put another shell in the gun, and what it's loaded with is 4 shot. Again, I'm not going to go into it, but for those of you know, it's like you know, smaller than BBs, but you know, little pellets, right? A lot of them, and this is called high brass, which means there's a lot of powder in there, which means it has a lot of power. And so this is good for things like raccoons and possums and, you know, things about this big that are bothering our critters. What it's not super great for would be coyotes, wild dogs, or bad people. That's what these are for. Now I think there's one in the chamber. See? That's the 4 shot. And then there's about 3 of them in the tube. And so on the side saddle, we have #1 buck. This is buckshot. And this is bigger pellets that are put a dam on like a coyote, or, you know, in a pinch, a person. Just got these. Bought a case of them. Haven't shot them yet. Don't know how they pattern. You know, again, that's getting into shotgun tactical stuff. But see, if we had to, we could just put this one up in there. I just got rid of the 4 shot and put the #1 buck in there. So we go boom and go to town. Now we have a 4 shot back in there, and it's all about managing your ammo with a shotgun because they don't hold that much ammo. 4 shot back in, put this on here. And so if you're observant, you'll say, well, what is that one, Pastor Joe? Well, this is 9 shot. This is the easy stuff to shoot skeet, and this is what I use on snakes. No sense, you know, blowing snakes to smithereens. This does just a fine job, and actually, if you're close enough, it blows them to smithereens too. So that's on there. They're not going to fall off anymore. We're going to take this off today, and this is Sister Kate's shotgun. It's a 20 gauge youth model. Oh, I had to cut this part out on a youth model slide. They make it longer so that your small little arm, you know, it can't reach way out here. It can only reach here, so they do that. But that was interfering with the side saddle when it came down, so I had to cut that part out. No biggie. This is what I guess I would call our house gun. This is the one that's handy, and that's because Sister Kate can shoot it very comfortably, and it'll still do everything it needs to do. This is the gun I grab because it's the one that's handy when we've got to deal with varmints and things. Not super expensive, not super sexy. Everything on it has a purpose and a reason. We're not trying to be tactical. So there you go. The house gun for Sister Kate. Oh, that was my point. If you can only have one because, you know, money's a thing or space is a thing or whatever, size it down for the smaller person. You know, nobody wants to get shot with this, right? This will work fine for home defense. Across a room, the bad guy's not going to be able to tell the difference between a 12 gauge and a 20 gauge when he gets shot with it, right? So there's that. It's light, It's easy for her to handle. It's easy for me to handle. No problem. The Mossberg 500 youth model with some modifications for Sister Kate. All right, I'll see you out there.